Let's talk tech with Christian Castro of Bay Island Technology Services. Christian, thanks for coming on with us.
Thank you for having me, Keith.
There have been some big changes going on with the advance of AI, and it's moving very quickly. And in some ways, it's very helpful, particularly in areas for home security. We were just talking before we started this interview about how cameras have now advanced to the point where they have learned patterns of movement that are completely human. So, for instance, if a wind blows a tree 10 years ago, it might set off your camera and turn on your lights. Now, the security camera is going to go, no, that's nothing to be worried about. Whereas if it's a human being walking on your property, it knows just the amount to be able to tell you and send an alert to you or whoever's on your alert list. So let's dig into these. You're working with a new company that's doing this. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, we recently partnered to bring this technology to the island. I want to say we're the first one to do it on the island and one of the first ones to do it in the whole country. This is a company that developed their own AI, and it's been teaching it for years and years and years to recognize this type of alerts, teaching the model how to recognize between a tree moving by the wind, as you said, or a person actually trying to come into your property. It is a technology that has been evolved along the years. And as you say, you can receive notifications. Well, one of the biggest selling points that they have, it is that a simple notification through WhatsApp, and everybody uses WhatsApp here on the island, can let you know what's going on. And you can tailor those notifications, because normally you will get a notification on your cell phone from a camera app saying movement detected on the patio, and that's it. But now you can tailor a notification saying person was detected on this specific area of your patio, or amount of people on a space, because like as an example that I was giving you, if a cash register of a supermarket, it's too crowded, it will let you know, hey, we have more than 10 people on this register. So it will tailor the notifications based on what you wanted to notify you about.
I think that's good, because in some places you might say, just assuming, because I know people go, well, we didn't know anything about that. And it's like, no, it sent you a message at such and such a time. We need to avoid these things happening in the future. It becomes a teachable moment, and there's accurate data that says, no, it really did happen. Also, you were telling me that it's got the ability to recognize license plates on cars and even detect the numbers of cars moving through a property.
Yes, you will have authorization based on who you want to come into a specific area. And and this also depends on the quality of the camera that you have there. So if you have a quality camera that can cover that specific type of quality picture that you have, so it can read the license plates, and you will be able to say, hey, we have these 10 license plates that are authorized to be here. And when a license plate that is not authorized comes in, it will notify you.
Now, who is using this in the real world right now? Give me an idea of who's using these things.
An example of that will be Google Cloud. Google uses many local servers. But a cloud server is just a server that is a physical server that is in another location. So they use this for their server monitoring, for employees walking through. And this software can also be tailored to detect smoke and fire. So they use this to detect this kind of events there. So you can have a smoke detector as the standards we normally have, but this camera will also detect when a fire is going on. Like, it will detect the actual fire, and you will be able to know. Yeah, you as a human can know that something is not working properly or something is not supposed to be, because the AI of the camera will be able to analyze this.
That would be pretty handy, especially, I would imagine, for certain companies that have technology solutions. For instance, I'm thinking, like Tigo, Claro, places like that have radio antenna towers where they've got monitors needed to make sure people aren't climbing their tower, tampering with their devices. If the tree falls and a line goes down and you've got cameras on it, you know immediately where it is. You can immediately access that there's a problem. If there's arcing going on in a place because of, weather and trees falling on it, you can detect electrical issues that may not be noticeable because they're isolated and they're back off the road in a place where people don't ever get to. That's pretty handy.
It is. And it's an interesting technology because you can teach it what you want to be notified on. So Maxcom, as you said, is one of the company islands that we have here. They can benefit from this. You know, their towers, their fiber, all of that is things that they need to protect. And this can be tailored to teach it that you need to protect in a specific area or prevent a specific movement. And it will notify you on the spot. And this new technology that we're bringing in does not need to be a new camera. If you already have cameras at your house, doesn't matter. It will work with whatever system that you already have set up. People will say, oh, you know, we have these old cameras, or we already made a big investment on cameras, and you're coming up with this. Don't worry, this system integrates into whatever you already have because it's just an analyzer of the video that you're currently running on your system, and adds an extra layer of protection and security for it.
Joining us with the best in technology and the latest, Christian Castro from Bay Island Technology Services here on Blue Wave Radio. Christian, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Keith.